Today, on the 8th of November 2025, we gather here in this heartfelt space to remember and honor remarkable souls who have recently left us, along with those whose legacies continue to inspire. Together, we'll celebrate their journeys and also reflect on WWE legend Ric Flair's recent struggles that fans everywhere have connected with. Don't forget to subscribe and be a part of our growing family of remembrance and strength. New Jack, born Jerome Young on January 3, 1963, in Greensboro, North Carolina, was one of the most unforgettable figures in professional wrestling. Known for his wild, fearless style and larger-than-life personality, he became a symbol of the extreme era that defined the 1990s. Rising to fame in Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, New Jack embodied the hardcore spirit of the promotion with his brutal matches, daring dives, and no-holds-barred attitude. He began his wrestling career in 1992 and quickly stood out alongside his tag team partner, Mustafa Saeed, as part of the Gangstas. The duo's hard-hitting, streetwise personas brought real-life grit and social commentary into the ring, touching on race and life in the inner city. New Jack's passionate and often shocking promos made him a fan favorite among those who craved authenticity in an industry built on spectacle. While his career was filled with chaos and controversy, most notably the 1996 incident involving wrestler Eric Koulis that sparked a major legal battle, New Jack never backed away from his reputation as wrestling's most unpredictable performer. He continued to wrestle across independent promotions after ECW's closure and appeared in documentaries and reality shows that showcased his wild career and raw honesty. New Jack passed away in 2021, but his influence on professional wrestling, or especially in the hardcore scene, remains undeniable. He was more than just a wrestler. He was a force of nature who brought intensity, truth, and attitude to every fight he entered. Jerry Winston Jarrett, born on September 4, 1942, was a visionary American businessman, wrestling promoter, and performer who left an enduring impact on professional wrestling, especially in the Mid-South region. Often hailed as a wrestling genius, Jarrett was inducted into the National Wrestling Alliance Hall of Fame in 2009, honoring his decades of influence on the sport. His wrestling journey began in the 1960s after training under Tojo Yamamoto in Sailor Moran. Jarrett debuted in 1965 and teamed with Yamamoto, becoming a standout in NWA Mid-America. Over the years, he earned multiple titles, including the NWA Mid-America and Southern Tag Team Championships. In 1977, Jarrett founded the Continental Wrestling Association, CWA, in Memphis, Tennessee, teaming up with Jerry the King Lawler to revolutionize regional wrestling. Their success reshaped the industry, and in 1989, Jarrett merged the CWA with World Class Championship Wrestling to form the United States Wrestling Association, USWA. He sold the promotion to Lawler in 1997 but continued to innovate, later co-founding NWA, Total Nonstop Action, TNA, with his son Jeff Jarrett in 1997-2002. Though he retired from active wrestling in 1988, Jarrett's creative vision continued to influence generations. He passed away at 80, remembered as a cornerstone of professional wrestling, whose passion and ingenuity helped shape the sport's modern era. Pero Aguayo Jr., born on July 23, 1979, in San Luis Potosí, Mexico, was a beloved professional wrestler who carried on the proud legacy of his father, the legendary Pero Aguayo Sr. From an early age, he was immersed in the world of lucha libre, and by the late 1990s, he had begun carving out his own path in the ring. With his mix of charisma, intensity, and high-flying athleticism, Aguayo Jr. quickly became one of the most exciting talents in Mexican wrestling. Over the years, he competed for major promotions like CMLL, Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, and AAA, Asistencia, Asesoría y Administración, captivating fans with his fearless style and dramatic rivalries. Whether playing the hero or the villain, he had an undeniable presence that made every match feel personal and electric. His ability to blend technical skill with emotion made him a standout performer who earned respect across the wrestling world. Tragically, Pero Aguayo Jr.'s career was cut short when he passed away at just 35 years old during a match. a heartbreaking moment that shook the wrestling community to its core. Despite his untimely death, his legacy lives on through the memories of his passionate performances and the love of fans who continue to celebrate him. Aguayo Jr. remains a symbol of dedication, courage, and the enduring spirit of lucha libre. Salvatore Bellomo, born on June 18, 1951, was a beloved figure in the world of professional wrestling, known for his passion, charisma, and dedication to the sport. Rising to prominence in the 1970s and 1980s, Bellomo made his mark in the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF, where fans quickly connected with his energetic personality and impressive in-ring style. Whether he was battling established stars or entertaining crowds with his dynamic performances, Bellomo always gave his all, earning the respect of both fans and peers. What set Bellomo apart was his versatility. He could adapt to a variety of wrestling styles, showcasing technical skill, agility, and heart every time he stepped into the ring. His performances were filled with genuine emotion, reflecting his deep love for wrestling and his desire to entertain. Beyond his time as a performer, Bellomo devoted himself to shaping the next generation of wrestlers. As a trainer and mentor, he shared his experience and passion with aspiring athletes, teaching them not only the craft of wrestling, but also the discipline and respect it requires. Salvatore Bellomo passed away on February 9, 2019, but his legacy continues to live on in the wrestling community. Those who knew him remember his kindness, enthusiasm, and unwavering spirit. His contributions both inside and outside the ring left a lasting mark, inspiring countless wrestlers and fans around the world. Bellomo's life and career remain a testament to his enduring love for the sport. Richard Morgan Fleer, known to the world as Ric Flair, was born on February 25, 1949, in Memphis, Tennessee. But his story began in a way far different from most. Shortly after his birth, he was placed into the Tennessee Children's Home Society, an organization that later became known for its controversial adoption practices. Thankfully, Flair was adopted by loving parents, Richard Reed Flair and Kathleen Flair, who raised him in Minnesota. Though his early years were far from glamorous, they shaped the toughness and adaptability that would later define him. Growing up, Flair was a spirited and charismatic child, energetic, mischievous, and impossible to ignore. Even before anyone could have imagined him strutting down a wrestling ramp in sequined robes, the young Rick already had a magnetic spark. Those formative years taught him to thrive no matter where life placed him, an early lesson in survival that would serve him well in the unpredictable world of professional wrestling. Talk the beginning of a wrestling legend. Ric Flair's journey into wrestling began in the early 1970s, and from the moment he stepped into the ring, it was obvious that he was different. Under the tutelage of the legendary Verne Gagne, Flair debuted in 1972 and quickly showed the world that he possessed not just athletic ability, but an electric charisma that set him apart. Then in 1975, tragedy struck. A plane crash nearly ended his career and almost his life, breaking his back in 3 places and leaving doctors unsure if he would ever walk again. But Flair's resilience was unmatched. Against all medical expectations, he returned to wrestling just months later, a comeback that would become one of the sport's greatest stories. Out of that crucible of pain and recovery emerged the persona that would define him, the Nature Boy. With flamboyant robes, golden hair, and a confidence that bordered on arrogance, Flair became the living embodiment of style, swagger, and showmanship. His interviews were as legendary as his matches, filled with bravado, charm, and unforgettable lines like jet flying, kiss stealing, limousine riding, wheelin' dealin', son of a gun. Wrestling fans either loved him or loved to hate him, but no one could ignore him. The champion, showman, and workhorse. What truly set Ric Flair apart wasn't just his personality, but his incredible work ethic. He became known as wrestling's workhorse champion, a performer who could make every match feel like a championship event. Flair was the rare athlete who could wrestle for an hour straight and keep fans on the edge of their seats. His technical skill and storytelling ability made him a master of his craft. He wasn't just wrestling, he was performing a drama in motion. Over his decades-long career, Flair held world championships across multiple organizations, officially recognized by WWE as a 16-time world champion, though many believe the real number is even higher. His rivalries with Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, Ricky Steamboat, and Sting are the stuff of wrestling legend, defining entire eras of the sport. Flair's matches weren't just about winning, they were about elevating everyone around him. His opponents often looked better after facing him because he made every moment in the ring matter. To his peers, Flair was not just one of the greatest of all time, he was the gold standard, the man who made wrestling titles feel meaningful. Sort of the Nature Boy persona and the price of fame. As Flair's fame skyrocketed, his life began to mirror the extravagant world of his on-screen persona. The line between Ric Flair, the character, and Richard Flair, the man, grew increasingly thin. Outside the ring, he lived the Nature Boy lifestyle to the fullest. Custom suits, expensive jewelry, luxury cars, and endless parties. He wasn't just portraying success, he was living it, or at least trying to. But fame and fortune came with a heavy price. Maintaining that image required constant spending, and Flair often lived far beyond his means. His flamboyant lifestyle became a double-edged sword. It made him an icon, but it also led to serious financial struggles later in life. He faced mounting debts, tax issues, and business ventures that failed to take off, all while trying to live up to the legend fans expected to see. Flair later admitted that sometimes he felt pressured to be Ric Flair, even when he wasn't in the spotlight, a burden that left him emotionally and financially drained. Still, his charm and larger-than-life presence never faded, even as the weight of his success sometimes threatened to crush him. Family, love, and loss. Beyond the bright lights and championship belts, Ric Flair's personal life has been as dramatic and eventful as his career. He married multiple times, and his relationships often mirrored his intense lifestyle. Passionate, fast-moving, and sometimes turbulent. Yet through all the highs and lows, his family has remained the most important part of his life. His daughter, Charlotte Flair, has carried on his legacy with pride, becoming one of WWE's most successful and respected female wrestlers, earning multiple championships and continuing the Flair tradition of excellence. But Flair has also faced profound personal loss. The death of his son, Reid Flair, in 2013 was one of the most painful moments of his life, a tragedy that deeply affected him and reminded fans that behind the Nature Boy bravado was a father and a man who had endured more heartbreak than most. Despite everything, Flair's love for his children has been constant, grounding him when the world around him seemed unstable. His family, both in triumph and tragedy, has remained the emotional core of his life. Health challenges and miraculous recoveries. Few athletes in history have endured as many near-death experiences as Ric Flair. His health battles are as legendary as his wrestling matches. In 2017, Flair suffered a severe health crisis involving organ failure and a serious bowel obstruction that required emergency surgery. For weeks, he was placed in a medically induced coma, and doctors warned that he might not survive. Yet in true Nature Boy fashion, Flair once again defied the odds and made a miraculous recovery. Fans around the world rallied behind him, sending messages of love and support as he fought his way back to health. But his challenges didn't end there. In 2022, he suffered a heart attack that again placed him in critical condition, further underscoring how much his body had endured after decades in the wrestling ring and years of hard living. More recently, Flair faced 2 separate battles with melanoma, undergoing treatment and showing the same determination that defined his wrestling career. Through it all, he never lost his trademark spirit or his will to survive. Each health scare only reinforced his image as a man who refuses to quit, a survivor who continues to defy expectations. Financial struggles and reinvention. Even as he fought for his health, Flair also had to rebuild his financial life. His years of lavish spending, combined with legal issues and multiple divorces, left him facing serious financial instability. He went through periods of bankruptcy and debt, openly admitting that the Nature Boy lifestyle had caught up with him. But if Flair's life has shown anything, it's that resilience is his greatest strength. In recent years, he has found ways to reinvent himself and regain financial stability. He embraced modern media platforms, launched podcasts, signed endorsement deals, and became a sought-after guest for interviews and appearances. By connecting with younger audiences and leaning into his legendary status, Flair managed to turn his name into a powerful personal brand once again. His story stands as a reminder that even when life knocks you down, it's possible to rebuild. Something Flair has done time and again, both inside and outside the ring. Retirement, return, and the pull of the spotlight retirement has always been complicated for Ric Flair. His official farewell match in 2008 against Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania was an emotional and unforgettable moment in wrestling history. Fans around the world wept as Flair said goodbye, closing the chapter on an extraordinary career. But walking away from the spotlight proved nearly impossible. Wrestling wasn't just his job, it was his identity. In the years that followed, Flair made occasional returns to the ring and the stage, unable to resist the thrill of performing one more time. His 2022 event, billed as Ric Flair's Last Match, was both a celebration and a reflection of his struggle to fully let go of the sport that had defined him. For Flair, wrestling was more than entertainment. It was the rhythm of his life, the arena where he felt most alive. Even as fans worried about his health, they understood that the ring was his true home. His passion for the sport, even in his later years, remains one of the most powerful symbols of his unbreakable spirit. The nature boy beyond wrestling. Ric Flair's influence stretches far beyond professional wrestling. He has become a cultural icon, embraced by athletes, musicians, and entertainers across generations. His signature "woo" has become part of everyday pop culture, echoing in sports arenas, concerts, and locker rooms worldwide. From rap lyrics to sports celebrations, Flair's name represents confidence, showmanship, and the unapologetic pursuit of greatness. He has appeared in commercials, documentaries, and interviews that showcase his personality and charm, further cementing his legacy as more than just a wrestler. In many ways, Ric Flair transcended his industry. He became a symbol of charisma, resilience, and reinvention. His story continues to inspire not just wrestling fans, but anyone who has ever faced adversity and found a way to rise again. Legacy and life today. Today, at 76 years old, Ric Flair remains a living legend, a man whose story is equal parts triumph and tragedy, resilience and reinvention. His health remains fragile after surviving multiple life-threatening events, including organ failure in 2017, a heart attack in 2022, and battles with melanoma, but his spirit remains as fiery as ever. Despite everything, Flair continues to make appearances, engage with fans, and explore new business ventures that keep his legacy alive. He has managed to stabilize his finances and find peace with his past, embracing both the highs and lows of his extraordinary life. The lessons of his journey are clear. Greatness often comes with a price, but true legends never stop fighting. Ric Flair's legacy is secure, not only as a 16-time world champion and one of the greatest performers in wrestling history, but as a cultural icon whose charisma and resilience continue to inspire millions. From the cheers of packed arenas to the chants of "woo" that still echo across the world, Ric Flair's spirit lives on. A reminder that even after every fall, the nature boy always finds a way to rise again.